Hello, today we're going to talk about UK IR35 and its extension to private enterprises. And what this is about is it's UK legislation which is determining whether a consultant is a true consultant or employee, and that of course has tax implications to it. So starting to go into the detail of this. Whilst it's been in place since the year 2000, it's previously only impacted the public sector. From the 6th of April 2021, this extends to the private sector. Now, interestingly, there is a soft landing period of 12 months where the revenue won't take enforcement action, but there is a caveat there for deliberate non-compliance. So if you know that a contract would make someone an employee, then they will penalise you, etc. for that. So practically what it means is that if you're a contractor, I think you should go out and talk to your clients. You should actually look at your own contracts and talk to your clients, give them value and say, this is how they can comply, and this is how it can affect your billings, potentially even with contractual changes. If you contract through your own limited company, then I think you need to have a think of, are you your own contractor? So the revenue you take out of that business, should you be paying pay-as-you-go and employment contributions, etc. As an employer, you need to audit your contractor agreements. Now, ideally, you'd have one standard agreement, but we know in reality there's probably multiple versions out there within your business. I think early and open communication is key, reaching out to these contractors and saying, this is where you fit within the scheme and what we need to do. Potentially, you might be renegotiating these contracts and potentially changing the payments. Above all, of course, is ensuring that you maintain compliance. The Revenue have actually got a very useful online tool. You can Google it under Employment Status for Tax Service, or the URL is there. And what this is an online kind of question tool. And at the end of it, it has a determination statement that says this is where this person goes. And I got some screenshots here. So it starts off with a big disclaimer and broadly saying that they will stand by the results unless you have contrived to get around it as such. And that would then lead to higher penalties. The questions itself are very basic. Will you be an office holder? Yes or no? And there's a helpful link there to find out more about that. It goes on to talk about items such as, can you replace this person from a working point of view? Do you provide tools, etc.? All of this information that helps bring in the determination of, are they an employee or are they a contractor? And at the end of all this, you get a page that says whether the Off Payroll working rules apply or not. You can get a copy of that result. I'd screenshot it, print it, get the email as well. And assuming that all of your answers are truthful, this is what the Revenue will actually stand by. So key steps, review of current contracts, potential changes, and important is the working practices. Just changing the contract arrangement doesn't change whether they are an employee or a contractor. You need to change how they actually work. So for example, one of the questions within the online tool is, can they supply someone else to do their work? If it's only them able to do their work, that implies that they maybe are an employee. Changing the contract to say they can supply someone else, but in practical terms you always refuse it, doesn't change whether they're actually an employee or a contractor. Make sure your payroll provider is aware of the results, because they may have to change the payroll cycles. Make sure any additional costing goes to the budget, and your actual process behind the finance of paying these people changes to, again, ensure compliance. That's it. As always, please ask me if you've got any questions. Thank you.